Welcome back, everybody. I'm Phil. That's Sam.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
We're coming to an Irish comedian for the first time on the channel, Tommy Tiernan. I hope I'm pronouncing that probably with an accent wouldn't be needed.
I'm gonna say if you're not, they're gonna let you know in the comments. So
Tommy Tiernan. No, it was like a Scottish accent. I don't know what the hell that was. My mom's gonna be embarrassed about that, because I do have some Irish in me.
that's funny.
But clearly we didn't grow up there, grew up in Canada. And so there is some monarch influence, but I've never been to Ireland. I would like to go at some point. It does look pretty beautiful there.
It does look very beautiful, very green.
Yeah. Anyways, apparently Tommy is pretty renowned and one of the top tier, pun intended, Irish comedians that's out there. So give us other insights about him down below in the comments. But we're going to get to know a little more about Ireland on this one. It looks like how
Today
Ireland dealt with lunatics.
Yeah, I was gonna say today we're gonna learn how they deal with their lunatics.
Yeah, so let's find out.
Hello there. I am from Ireland. We are a country full of lunatics. There isn't a person in Ireland who's more than a first cousin away from genuine psychiatric illness. And I love it. There's a man who lives near me who has the dental equivalent of a comb-over.
The dental equivalent
He
of a
has
comb-over.
No teeth on this side of his mouth. And the teeth on this side are trying to cover it up. There was a set of identical twin sisters who worked in a shop in the town, and one of them passed away. And about a week later, my friend went in and said to the girl, "Was it you or your sister that died?" Now, you can't be locking people like this up. They need to be let free to roam around the countryside. In Ireland, before we had psychiatric hospitals, all we had were open spaces. If you were mad, people just told you to fuck off. You'd spend the day running around a big field. You come back into town around 6 o'clock for a sandwich with the crusts cut off, 'cause you're mental. Never give a lunatic the heel of a loaf of bread. He'll take the eyes out of your head. And then back into the field
Looks like a little leprechaun.
to sleep in a tree with some sheep. I don't like sheep. I don't like them. They're too fucking vague.
Vague?
They're all blurry around the edges. Where does the sheep even begin? The biggest fright I ever got in my life was from a sheep. And when I say sheep, you don't even know how many I'm talking about. That's how vague they are. There could have been one or thousands. There was one. I was up a mountain in the wilderness. And I felt as if the wildness inside me was being mirrored by the wildness outside of me. And I felt at peace. So I let a few roars out of me. I opened up all my chakras. My Muladhara chakra was flapping in the wind. There was an arsehole of a fucking sheep standing behind me. I didn't see him, but he waited till I was at my most vulnerable. And he went, meh. Well, I didn't run. I just wasn't there anymore. There are things that help, and there are things that don't help. You can't have pretty women reading the news. It's too distracting. How are you supposed to weep for...
We just transitioned from sheep
To pretty women reading the
to
news.
pretty women on the news. And how do you feel about sheep in your chakras, Sam?
I like sheep. I think I said that we recently did another video where they talked about sheep and the UK, and I said I liked sheep.
Yeah. What about your chakras? How do you feel about those?
I honestly don't really know too much about that. I never really got into that whole like yoga energy stuff.
Yeah. He's clearly painting the picture of Ireland pretty well here. His Irish is his accent.
You
is
definitely
in-
didn't hear me, but when he was like skipping around the stage, I was like, he looks like a little
Oh,
leprechaun.
I heard you.
Oh,
That's
did
what
you?
I was going to get to is that skipping around the stage and positive. Well, I don't know if it's positive, but seemingly fun-loving attitude that he's got. And
He has a thick accent, but I can still understand everything he's saying. Like I'm able to follow it.
there's only been one or two things he's said. I'm like, oh, that's pretty Irish. I don't know if I'm following you there. But,
Well, he said, I had a fright. Most people don't say, like, I had a fright.
Yeah.
Well, at least where we're from.
and then envisioning Ireland like these green pastures with now
Sheeps
I'm
and
gonna
trees.
Just picture sheep in Ireland. That's all I'm going to think of, and maybe even Tommy in his pose while he's channeling his inner self to the outer world.
I'm just envisioning a little sheep creeping up behind him.
news. It's too distracting. How are you supposed to weep for Egypt if she's gorgeous with big false eyelashes? We know this in Ireland. We have a rough-looking woman reading the news. She's got a black eye and 3 missing teeth. She just stares down the camera. You think you have it bad? Wait till you see this fella. Roll the tape. Look at him. He's only got one leg and they're still shooting at him. Look. Now for the weather. It'll be pissing rain all week. I believe that alcohol helps. You need a drink. Irish people do. When things are getting serious, it's when you need a drink the most. It's why we put St. Patrick's Day in the middle of Lent. That wasn't a fluke. That's pure Celtic genius. We knew there was no way we were going to go 40 days and 40 nights on pancakes. We'd need a half-time during Ramadan, so we would. On St. Patrick's Day, Jesus himself comes out of the desert. Mother of God. Is there any chance of a pint, is there? The devil is driving me demented. It's question after question. He is relentless, so he is. Pint of Guinness, please, Seamus, thanks. What's that? I'd love to judge the parade. I get to stay in some fancy hotels when I'm at home in Ireland. And the people who run these hotels, they think they're doing me a favour, but they're not. They're just making me feel even worse. The amount of nights I've spent on my own in the bridal suite. Surrounded by chocolates and flowers for two, pulling myself asunder. When tears meet semen, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. No, it isn't. It's disgusting.
That's pretty
Just
disgusting.
below my chest, it's carnage.
Oh my God.
I can hear the little never children of the future calling out.
I can't with space.
have a few mental health issues. I was diagnosed recently with a thing that wasn't an accurate diagnosis, but it served its purpose for a short time.
I don't know how we got into staying at Irish hotels in the bridal suite, and
Semen and tears.
I don't even know how we got there. His seamless weave into his transition within the comedy.
And the faces of the future children.
Oh my God. I'm going to have nightmares about that now. Or I'm going to be impersonating that to Sam later on or tomorrow or randomly out of nowhere so that I can get a nice cackle out of her. And she knows it's true. She knows I'll do that.
His face was killing me.
Yeah, he's clearly a very energetic guy.
Yeah.
Lots of energy in his comedy. And like I said, kind of random, but just makes it all fit together somehow.
I also feel like he has like these weird, not weird, but like drastic switch ups in his demeanor. Like he goes from like skipping around, like smiling like a little leprechaun to like all of a sudden swearing and then talking about semen and tears. And I'm like, whoa, where did that come from?
Maybe that's an Irish trait.
He
You
just
never know.
caught me completely off guard.
What direction they're going into.
I was diagnosed recently with a thing that wasn't an accurate diagnosis, but it served its purpose for a short time. Borderline personality disorder.
Or maybe that's it.
Borderline. It doesn't mean that I almost have a personality. It means, according to a book, they think that I walk a thin line, a borderline, like a mental health refugee between psychosis and neurosis. I'm either psychotic or neurotic. Neurotic, bad for me. Psychotic, bad for you. Basically, I'm not good on my own or with people. I went to see this old European psychiatrist who lives in the town where I grew up. And he said to me, come in, come in, come in. Because he learned English from the Count on Sesame Street. What seems to be the problem?
Oh my God.
And I said, it's me head. Do you know sometimes when you're at home and you're watching a movie and you've got a box of Pringles on your lap, and there comes a stage of the evening where you have so many Pringles in your mouth, you can't hear the fucking television. Well, c'est moi. He said to me, okay. I think you're very angry man. We have to find a way of letting anger out in safe place. I want you to bark. Bark like a dog. And I was there, woof, woof. And he fucking hit me. Bad dog. Bad dog, Tommy Tiernan, bad dog. And I don't know what came over me, but I turned into a big bad dog. I got so far into character, I couldn't get out of it. I pissed on his newspapers. God bless you, Montreal. Thank you very much.
In Montreal. That was Tommy Tiernan. Oh, Ireland dealt with lunatics. Doesn't seem like they dealt with him.
No, I thought he was good though. It was funny. Like you said, it was a little bit kind of sporadic, but I did feel like his flow and he kind of just took it from one place to the next pretty seamless.
I thought it was great. I was entertained the whole way through. I was, hanging on every word. And I love that when comedians can do that. You're not kind of waiting for the next joke type thing. It's just smooth,
You're
seamless
engaged
transitions.
the whole time.
And he did that very, very well. And like we were saying, adding, the cultural flair, that element to it within the comedy as well, gives it a unique perspective, right? When you hear a comedian from a different part of the world, their take on things, in this one in particular, we got some instances of, Ireland, the imagery of Ireland, but really adds a unique flavor, which I've loved on our journey within the channel of, going to different comedians from around the globe. Really gives you different perspectives on how they approach comedy. And it's really refreshing to see.
Yeah, and I think that it's sometimes a delicate balance between being able to talk about different places in the world and still be relatable to the people that you're talking to if you're not performing that bit in that country. Like sometimes we've done some of the UK ones where like they've been funny, but there has been things that have gone over our head because we don't fully relate or understand everything that they're talking about. Whereas this, he was talking a lot about Ireland and could make you, feel like you were on the same page with what he was talking about, but it wasn't so much about Ireland and so nuanced to that like it kind of lost you,
It was definitely relatable. And let us know down below if there's any other recommendations from Tommy that we should check out. Both of us sound like we're wanting to check out some more.
Yeah,
so
I would.
That was a yeah?
I said, yeah, I would like to.
Let us know down below. Hit the like button. Have a great day. We'll see you on our next video.
Thanks for watching.